Hello everyone. This is another piece of my assembly that I am dealing with, and this time also, as previously, I will show you how Inventor is getting a solution to the assembly constraints, and that the solution obtained is not meeting the boundary conditions that are defined constraints. In this case, I have a pretty simple assembly: one element, second element, this element, and a few other elements that are not involved in the moving process. So in case of this assembly, it has three basic positional representation: transport, that is basically the transport alignment of this element, unfold 1 and unfold 2. In unfold 1, this element should be brought up, rotating about this pin, and in unfold 2, this element should obtain its second position, so this rod should extend from the casing to the given length. In the meantime, this element here is it is to move from here to there and attach this constraint. This element has following constraints. So first, it is constrained to the hole in this element. It is constrained to also so not to move up for according distance. Then it is constrained with the bolt. It is constrained with another bolt. It is constrained with an angle. The bolt is constrained not to rotate. The other bolt is constrained, and this is the constraint I need to align this axis to this point. So if we go to transport position, this is this position, everything is as expected. Now I will go to unfold 1 position, that should bring this element up and this element from here to there and extend it. So unfold 1. So as you can see here, we have unsuppressed constraint between this, I will nudge that. We have an unsuppressed constraint between this hole and this hole here. I will turn off the bolts so you can see. So we have a constraint that is activated, it is enabled, and it's supposed to bring this axis to this axis. Obviously, these axes are not in the same position, and design doctor brings us no error indication, and the constraint solver solved the assembly. So this is so unbelievably annoying. So Inventor could not follow the basic constraint. The other thing is, now the other constraint is lost. I will show you that. So this element has another constraint that constrains this axis with this axis. Also, in this case, this constraint is not met by the solution the constraint solver obtained for the assembly. So why it is happening? It is very simple situation. You need to solve the constraints. It is obviously not solving the constraints, and for some ridiculous reason, this element is now made flexible to accommodate different length from here to there than it has in closed position. So this is clear example of assembly solved not meeting the boundary conditions once the flexible component is used. So this is totally unbelievably annoying. And this is not all. Let's go to unfold 2. And as you can see here, in unfold 2, this was brought back to the position where it was. And this time we have constraints that are not met. So first we have this constraint that is activated but not met, obviously. We have also this constraint that it is not now met but only accidentally. And we have a constraint of this element. In this positional representation, it has an angle overridden, so to have 85 degrees. As you can clearly see, angle between those two planes is clearly not 85 degrees. I can tell you what it is. It is 173. That is the value of the master positional representation. So in unfold 2, we have properly set overridden positional representation of this element, but we have not met angle of these two planes that's supposed to position these elements in this direction, and we also have one constraint not met. So this is this one that should bring us this hole to this hole here. So this is another clear example of the problems with constraint solving, with flexible members, with positional representation overrides. So basically all this makes it useless. Really, all this makes it useless for a user to use Inventor, because now I have to, I don't know, I have to build 3 different assemblies for this purpose to present on one drawing, or I don't know what. Generally, this is not working. So can you please examine this example? I am providing the data set as always, and can you please refer and explain to everyone why the constraint solver is not getting the solutions it should be getting according to boundary conditions that are defined as constraints. So please answer me.